Russia just banned cursing. This is part of Putin's push to uphold morality in the country. Cursing is now outlawed in films, theater, the media, and the arts. This is something that Putin always does. He always does an act like this whenever he's struggling in the polls and he's losing support. And the reason why he does it is it's politics 101. You do something that makes your base support you. And his base is the Orthodox Church. So he says, okay, well, I'll just ban cursing, and they'll all of a sudden they'll love me again, and that'll help my popularity. So the punishment is a $72 fine for individuals and a $1,460 fine for businesses. Movies featuring obscenities will not be issued a distribution license. So they're serious about this, man. They're really trying to rid their country of cursing. It's incredible. And to me, what this shows is that we are living in a world with a lot of genuinely silly people. See, essentially what Putin is doing here is he's operating off of an old model of what morality is. I love, Joe Rogan has a great theory on this that he talks about on his podcast all the time. He calls it operating off of momentum, where you're taking the shitty ideas of generations prior and you're acting like they're still relevant. And that is what real morality is. Meanwhile, in Russia, it's illegal to even utter a word that's in favor of the gay community. They have this gay propaganda law. They pretend like anybody who says anything pro-gay is trying to convince children to suck dicks behind restaurants. Of course, that's silly. This show would be banned in Russia because we're pro-gay. We're in favor of gay rights. So, and you can't even utter a word in favor of it. And also, there's mass violence against gays in Russia. There's been reported on from multiple media outlets here in the U.S. There's videos of, gang violence, just beating down gay people simply for being gay. People lie online and say, hey, meet up with us, and they think they're meeting up for a fling, and there's just a bunch of people that beat down and sometimes kill gay people. So they look at that and they're not concerned. There are videos of the cops standing there while gay people are getting beaten down. So Russia looks at that, the government looks at that and goes, yeah, rock and roll, that's fine. That's morality right there. But you can't say a naughty word. To say that you have your priorities backwards is the understatement of the century. Because what they're saying is assault, well, maybe it's moral sometimes. But saying a naughty word, no, that's never moral. That's always immoral. I'm telling you, man, that's a primitive ideology. If you actually think this is a good idea, you're stupid. You're stupid. Because what's real morality? Real morality is not physically assaulting people, taking their shit. We all know, we all have this internal censor of what morality is and how you should treat people, right? But what they're doing is they're doing extra. They're trying, this is Putin's idea, let me go above and beyond and be really moral. And my way of being really moral is to limit people's freedom to say stuff. But then that's actually immoral. The idea of restricting speech by law, unless we're talking about direct threats of violence, or libel or slander, outside of the very few exceptions, for fuck's sake, you can't ban words. If you do that, Putin, you may be a fucking asshole cunt-face shithead. Ooh, did I break the law? Well, I guess you're going to have to throw me in jail or fine me. Or not, and you can blow me.